guys, this is your girl Shelley May. Have you seen my previous video? You know, the one where I have just built my PC. Okay, fine. If you haven't seen it, then I'm just gonna be linking it down on the description below for your reference. Or I'm gonna put some links somewhere on the screen. So check it out, yo. Check it out, guys. I've got 5 reasons why I would not recommend it. And I've got 3 reasons why I would. So I'm gonna be starting with the 5 reasons why I would not recommend it, because it's a long list why I wouldn't. Number 1. The 240mm AIO cooler won't fit at the top. If you have seen my previous PC build, you will know that I have just bought the 120mm AIO cooler because I was really hesitant that the 240mm AIO cooler won't fit in my PC. And guess what, guys?
Say what?
Boom! It won't really fit. So I was really Alright guys, here we are. As you can see, that one is our top fan. And if we will exchange this one with this one, then this one won't fit here, because as you can see, our mobile is in that spot. And if we will use this one, it's gonna be look at that, it's gonna be a problem. And if you are gonna use the 240mm, this one's gonna be a problem. It won't fit there. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. You know what, guys? There has been a lot of comments in my PC build that my AIO cooler is in the wrong position. But as you know, I have seen a guy in YouTube and he presented a lot of options regarding the best way to mount your AIO cooler in your PC case. And the best was to mount it top mount hose down. That guy told everyone that the manufacturers are doing the mounting of AIO cooler wrong. Let me show you what I'm trying to say so that we don't have any misunderstanding, guys. Eh? That sounds good, right?
In these products. Our first experiment will demonstrate a common proper installation choice: top-mounted, tubes down. From a water circulation perspective, you'll basically never go wrong with a top mount with the tubes down. It's not always the coolest to run exhaust instead of intake, but at least the flow will be correct. In this orientation, the pump is below the radiator and the air will sit at the very top of the loop as it was designed. It won't get sucked into the tubes because flow isn't fast or violent enough in the inbound tanks to cause that. In our clip here, you can see where we changed to this orientation that the inbound tank rapidly fills, while the outbound tank drains. The entirety of the air presence in the loop is now visible above the outbound tank, well above the barb, so our loop is running healthy. It could use some more water, but this could also easily run for a few years like this if under operating conditions that aren't abusive. In fact, to prove this point, this particular EVGA hybrid cooler is about 5 years old now, and it's had about 2 years of use before we stored it for a couple of years. When we drained this for this project of cutting it all open, it had about 100 milliliters of water in it, and that's pretty much what these ship with, plus or minus about 10 milliliters. But it was also mounted properly for its entire in-use life, and it wasn't abused thermally. Looking at the cold plate during this orientation, you can see the water is expelled from the pump by centrifugal force and maintains a high speed. The water then re-enters the outlet and goes back to the inlet tank. It'd typically go through microfins in this process, but those were removed for visibility. Remember what these clips look like as we progress through the others, because these ones represent how it all should look internally. Getting into the problem mounts then, air will always try to find its way to the top of the loop, starting with the newest improper installation that
Yeah guys, I bought the case knowing that I can't use the 240mm AIO cooler, and I'm not using the top mount even if I knew that it's the best practical option. But don't fret guys, the side mount is okay. Let me show you what I'm trying to say.
the top of the loop, because the other tank should now be at the top of the loop. If that's the case, we don't need to worry about air accumulating in the pump, because it won't, and we also don't need to worry about it getting pulled through the barbs, because that's not where the air is anymore. It's now at the top in the tank that's not connected to them. This top tank is actually designed in most radiators to capture air anyway, so the air will pool in the tank and sit in such a way that it's no longer a consideration in the loop. You won't experience any problems after the first few minutes of runtime, where the bubbles might shuffle around a bit as the loop is first powered on, but those first few minutes you'll hear it. After that though, things should smooth out, and the only thing you have to worry about is long-term permeation if you're abusing the cooler thermally, and that might still be a few years from now. There's one huge reminder for this orientation though. Do not mount the pump in such a way that it's at the top of the loop with the barbs at the bottom, because then it hasn't fixed anything. If you intentionally position your radiator lower on the front panel for some reason rather than higher, it's possible that the pump ends up at the top of the loop, at which point we're dealing with all the same concerns as we showed earlier when the pump is located at the top.
I can't really expound what he's trying to say, but I think that his points are actually on point. Number 2. The power supply unit barely fits. This is what happened, guys. I chat the seller about the PSU dimensions, and they said that the typical PSU fits. But damn! My PSU barely fits and the cable barely made it there. I'm using a fully modular one. How much more if I'm not, right? So we're here, guys. This is my PSU. And excuse me for the cable management, but so this is it. You can see that these are the cables. They are thick, and this is the cable, the 10P and 810P connected to the PSU and motherboard. And as you can see there at the back portion, this rarely fits. Like it's really stuck, and it was actually here before, and I got it there, but it was really hard. You need to get this out, and sometimes if you have a non-modular one, like I said before, if you have a non-modular PSU, which means all the wires gonna go inside that means you're gonna be it will barely fit. And I don't know if all the wires can fit, guys, because I haven't really used all my wires for this PSU, so I've got spare wires. Good luck to that. Or maybe the non-modular PSU cables will fit, considering that they will extract the HDD storages. Well, that's kinda lame though. Number 3. The free RGB fans are static, which basically means that it won't change color. This was one mistake that I have really regretted because I haven't asked the seller about this one. These are the free RGB fans. That RGB fans, the 3. Here, 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 and here. And as you can see, that are static. It won't change color. I verified it from the seller. And here, guys, there's no reset switch. So this one, it's like the modular one. So it's like a Molex pin lang. Molex pin. These are the fans pin. So nowhere to change the color. That's it. For sure asking one in the future, considering if I will buy another case. Number 4. There is a LED button, but there is no LED hub. And there is this LED switch, and we need to have that reset switch like this one. This is what I'm saying, because my AI cooler is changing colors, because this is a reset switch. So if your fans does have this, so you're good to go. It's not static, so be careful with that, guys. Just ask the seller about this if they have the reset switch for the fans, because my fans does only have a Molex. Look at this, and there is no LED hub. Okay, guys, this is my first time building a PC, and I don't really know what to ask the seller, and I just bought the PC right away because, you know, this is what I am. I really thought that everything's gonna work out. If you will not try, it won't work out. You need to buy a LED hub or fans that have some reset switch. You'll have to connect the fans reset switch to the LED button wires. Number 5. Placement of the spare screws. I haven't opened my case when I started building it, and I didn't know where the screws, the spare screws, but to give you an experience, it was hidden here, like it was placed here with scotch tape, so you won't really see it. Like if you move the case, it won't really budge or make a sound, but it was there. Thank God I removed this HDD storage, so I saw it. It's not beginner friendly. It was not beginner friendly, my friends. I for one thought that it was not in the PC case. Like there were no extra screws, and I was totally gonna chat the seller about this one, and I might be looking like a fool because, oh no guys, it was in the hidden corners of the HDD case. Like, it literally blew my mind away. And guys, someone already asked me to in the comment section, so you girl didn't do it for herself too.
Everybody put your hands in the air.
That's it. That's the 5 reasons why I would not recommend it. But don't worry guys, on the brighter side of this universe, I've got 3 more reasons why I will recommend it to you. Are you excited? Number 1. It is cheap. For the price of 2,500 with 4 fans included, that's tasty. Well guys, that's a sweet deal when budget is of concern. So it was mine, so at that time it was a sweet deal, even if I haven't seen any reviews of it, because I know FANTECH is a really nice brand for PC. Number 2, the color. As you all know guys, if you have browsed every white PC stuff in the internet, it's really expensive compared to the black PC case. Maybe because it's very convenient, and black is already in the market. It's a wide color that's been produced by companies all throughout the ages. What am I even saying? Number 3, the overlook of the case. If you are not concerned of the technical stuff and you just want to be happy seeing the case from outside or afar, then this might be for you. The case is really compelling. The aesthetics and the glass panel door got me hooked real quick. And I bet that will make you hook real too. But really guys, look at the aesthetics and the color. It won't make you feel bad because overall it's really good. Really love it. Excuse me for the cable management. This is it. And it's a glass panel door. And that's it guys. We have just ended our sessions for the FANTECH CG80 Aero case. And if you have any more questions, and if you wanna do something about it, if you wanna ask me anything, just comment it down below. Anything violent or anything that you want to ask me, just shoot it down below. I will happy answer it, even if just it will make me infuriate more. Okay, so and also guys, if I say something that might be not correct or wrong, please forgive me. I'm not really techie. I'm just trying my best to review this case that I have just bought. Bye guys, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video for more PC updates that I can review.